Yo. So this is the first video of the channel. My name is Alexander Rivera. I'm just a person that loves to talk, and I love talking about goals, love talking about mindset, love talking about fitness, and posting content on YouTube and on social media has been something that's been on my mind, as I would say, the past few months. I'm not gonna lie and say that it's been on my mind for years, but I've just seen a lot of people that I look up to, especially like, for example, John Mark Stevenson and Vincent Fisher. They're people that I just look up to because they're young entrepreneurs, and that's what I want to fall into. And they post videos on their YouTube channel about what I'm gonna post, just how to motivate the younger generation into getting into the gym and possibly even monetizing it how they have done. That's my end goal. But just to give you a little bit of backstory on me, I'm 23 years old currently, about to be 24 in December. I just finished college. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I submitted my last assignment and all that. There's a whole different thought process behind what I think about college and all that type of stuff. It's not going to be what you expect. It's not going to be the same response that most of these influencers and people give about college. No, but that's for another day. I used to be a baseball player. Not anymore. I pursued that dream for 5 years in college up until recently, just let's say up until May of this year, that everything was just cut short for different reasons and all that. But at the end of the day, I just blame. I can only hold myself accountable for the results of my life. But I'm Dominican / Puerto Rican. Then I moved here. Always been a dream of mine to move to Florida. It just became recently, like 2 years ago, that I wanted to come down to Miami because I saw the lifestyle, I saw everything, I saw the young people living here and taking advantage of the ambiance of Miami itself. It's something that attracts you here, that it makes you want to make money and want to feel attracted to this lifestyle. But yeah, that's a little bit of backstory on me. If you guys want to hear more about me and want me to go a little bit more in depth, if you have specific questions about who I am, you can just leave it in the comments, and then I'll make a video specifically on that. But moving on to the topic that I wanted to touch upon today, and you're gonna see it obviously in the description, is I want to talk about a quote that I live by every single day, that ever since I've heard it. I heard it like 3 years ago, 3 or 2 years ago, I don't know specifically, but I remember Phantom was on a stream. I love watching those guys. I remember Phantom was on a stream and he laid down a gem that I truly live by. I don't know, one day I might even get it tatted on me, but he says, "What do I look like giving up today when tomorrow might be the day I win?" And it's something that most people think about, but they'll hear that and they'll be like, yeah, that means just like show up, whenever and all that type of stuff. No, but it's the core meaning behind it. You have to be able to realize that showing up every single day matters. Showing up, for example, could be for your loved ones, for if you have a family, if you have kids, showing up for your kids, for your wife every single day, showing up for your parents. But showing up every single day means something. So, like, for example, for me, every single day, without fault, I show up to the gym every single day because I know that me going to the gym every single day is going to benefit me, not now. Obviously, it's going to benefit me now because I'm going to feel good and want to work, have high energy. But on top of that, I'm thinking in the long run, if I work out now in my 20s, my 30s and 40s and 50s, I will feel great because it will be second nature to me. That's what I think and in terms of business and success, showing up every single day does actually matter when it comes to business specifically. Because I remember I was watching an Andrew Tate video recently, and he said that, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said that he doesn't believe, let's say the word luck that people love to use a lot, like, oh damn, he got lucky, he's just young, this and that. But no, the problem is that they showed up every single day. Like they wanted it so bad that they showed up every single day. They sacrificed going out, sacrificed relationship with certain people, and they sacrificed time with loved ones. Like they sacrifice a lot to be where they are, and it's not just because of luck. If you show up every single day, maybe that thing called luck might show up at your front door. Maybe it could be your day. But then Andrew went on to say that the day that you don't show up, that would be the day that you could have won, and then the universe and God will punish you and make you see that you have to show up every single day in order to win, in order to beat out the competition. The analogy I like to use a lot is the first thing that comes to my mind is, I don't know if you guys remember when you guys were kids that you saw, like, you would miss, let's say, the day, or you'll miss half the day and something crazy would happen. And you always say, damn, every single time I miss school or sometimes I get there late, something cool always happens. But that you can use that same analogy to apply to business. Every single day that you don't show up, that could have been a day that you could have changed your whole life. Like you could have easily retired your whole like family timeline by just showing up every single day. And that one day that you were thinking about missing and you didn't miss, you showed up, and that day you won. And another thing that you can add on to that is every single time that you show up, all you need to do is just get it right one single time. You get it right once. Mark Cuban said that if you get it right once, you can fail 1,000 times. You get it right once, that's it. That's all you need, and then you start building and building and building and building on top of that. So it's something that I truly live by, and I always tell it to people every single time. I try to tell it to as much people as possible. I love that quote from him. I don't even know if he was the one that said it, but that's the first time I heard it, so I'm gonna just give him the props and the credit for it. But that's something that's truly I truly live by, and every single day I wake up and I show up to the gym. I've been going to the gym nonstop for the past about to be 3 weeks now, starting tomorrow. No, 3 weeks going into 4, starting tomorrow. So today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. And I've been feeling great. I'm not gonna lie. The first week after I went every single day, the first day of the second week, I did not want to wake up. Like I did not want to go to the gym. I felt lazy. But then that's when I started to realize that it's so easy to succumb into that negative mindset, you know? And I was having this conversation with someone, and recently, I think it was yesterday, that, oh, but you don't have to go to the gym, you know, every single day. No, but I have to do it. I don't do it, and you guys have probably heard this, but I don't do it because I do it because I know that that's what is gonna get me to where I want to be. Like I don't do it just to like, oh yeah, I find pleasure going to the gym. I find it, no, like going to the gym, lifting weights, it's not a fun experience. Like pain. Obviously, you have to endure pain in order to grow and become a better version of yourself. Yes, but it's something that you look at it and it's not like, yeah, no, you go to the gym because you apply discipline. Yes, you might feel motivated 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, even 4. I'm gonna give you 5. I'm gonna give you a week. You feel motivated for a whole week. But then as time goes on, you'll be like, when does motivation, you know, stop working? Because after motivation, discipline and consistency is what's gonna get you to where you're gonna be, to be completely honest. And that's why I go to the gym every single day. I go to the gym because it makes me apply discipline to my life, and it makes me have a reason as to why. And one more thing I want to leave you guys with is you have to have a why. You have to have a reason why you wake up every single morning to do what you do. And my why, I have a whole goals thing, and it's over there. I have a whole goals thing set out, planned out, and everything. But I'll give you one of my goals. I'm working in life insurance, so sales, and obviously I want to do online coaching. I want to do online coaching as my business and all that type of stuff. So I'll be creating content and that towards that. But as of right now, to create a little bit of capital and all that, I'll do that. And just to let you guys know, I'm gonna be completely transparent in all these videos and all that type of stuff. But yes, and one of my goals is that by the middle of November, I want to get out of my car that I have right now, which is Kia Sorento, 2016, I think. It has a little bit of issues, but I'm grateful that I get to drive a car. There's people that don't have cars and they have to walk everywhere and use bikes or all that type of stuff. So I'm grateful. But my goal by November, the middle of November, is to be able to put down a down payment and get myself into a Tesla. And a Tesla is not the end goal. It's just a car that I've always wanted since it came out. I've always been intrigued to it. Obviously, people have their opinions on electric cars and all that type of stuff, but I want that because that would be like a little bit of taste of what the future holds. If once I get that Tesla and I'm able to pay it consistently and get myself in a Tesla, I will see that I'm moving in the right direction. That's the way that I see it. I see you have to have an end goal. My end goal is to no. One of my big goals is to reach $100,000 a month. That's one of my big goals. Reach $100,000 a month. Obviously compound that 200, 300. Obviously possibly make $1 million and all that type of stuff. But for me, right now, once I reach that Tesla goal, I'll be like, okay, I'm moving in the right direction. And then it's only up from here. After the Tesla, then the Lamb truck, wide body Cadillac, like all these different cars, and all these different things. And it's just my dream. Those are going to be like my dream cars to have. And I will know that, look, Alex, you're moving in the right direction. Everybody around you is doing well, doing good, and all these type of things. So yeah, always set like, little goals, so that way your life has a little bit of purpose, but always have your why. Always have a why to why you wake up, why you do things. That it could be family, it could be a physique, it could be you wanting to do an online business. It could mean all these different things, but just have a why. I want to always emphasize that to all of my clients and all the people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis. Always have a reason why you want to wake up in the morning and do what you do, because that's what's going to drive you to become the person that you have to become. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. That's the video that I posted today. Hope you guys stayed through the whole video. And yeah, I just appreciate every single one of you that watches these videos and follows me on this journey. My goal as of right now is to be able to reach $100,000 a month, but slowly but surely we will get there. Obviously there's steps. You got to reach the 10K mark, then 20, 30, 40. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I just want to make this official. My name is Alexander Rivera. I'm 23 years old, and this same time around next year, I will not be living in this place. I will be living in downtown Miami. Mark my words, I will be driving my Tesla and working towards getting myself in a Lamb truck. So those are my goals, and yeah, officially done with school. Officially now about to be working, about to be an entrepreneur, about to get into sales, all these different things. But yeah, this same time next year, mark my words, today is, holy shit, damn. What's today? Hold on, let me see. Today is, come on, September 14th, Sunday. This same time next year, we'll go back to this video and we'll see where we're at. But mark my words, I will be living in downtown Miami, driving my Tesla and working towards getting myself in a Lamb truck a year from now. So I love you guys and see you guys in the next video.